US President Donald Trump's new ultimatum on Russia and the deadline for ending the war in Ukraine has caused a stir among politicians. One of the first to react to the reduction of the deadline to 10 to 12 days was Deputy Secretary of the Russian Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev. In his characteristic, scandalous tone, the politician said that Trump was allegedly taking a step toward war and also called on him not to follow the path of his predecessor, Joe Biden. At the same time, these reproaches did not go unnoticed in the United States. Senator Lindsey Graham responded to Medvedev. To those in Russia who think President Trump is not serious about stopping the bloodshed between Russia and Ukraine, you and your clients will soon be sadly mistaken. You will also soon see that Joe Biden is no longer president. Come to the peace table, Graham wrote on social media X. Medvedev, of course, responded to this too. He said that the US allegedly cannot dictate to Russia when to sit down at the negotiating table. It is not for you or Trump to dictate when to sit down at the peace table. The negotiations will end when all the goals of our military operation are achieved. Work on America first, Grandpa, he replied. US President Donald Trump unexpectedly changed his position on the timing of a peaceful settlement of the war in Ukraine. During a speech at the golf resort in Turnberry next to British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, he announced a reduction in the deadline he had previously given to the Kremlin from 50 days to 10 to 12. However, the Kremlin's reaction was predictable. Moscow is not showing any readiness to give in. The new ceasefire deadline Trump gave Russia could significantly change the dynamics of the conflict in Ukraine. Political scientist Samuel Ramani noted, as the New York Post writes, the American leader gave Russian leader Vladimir Putin less time to kill, and that was the right decision. According to CNN, the president's words reflect deep disappointment, but will they be followed by action? Trump's potential response is tough: secondary sanctions against buyers of Russian oil, including China and India. This could indeed hurt the Russian economy, but such a move is associated with high global risks, including for the United States itself. The question that now worries the world is Trump ready to destroy these plans for the sake of Ukraine, which he himself previously accused of receiving excessive aid from the United States? A decisive blow to Putin and possibly to Xi Jinping would be a demonstration of Trump's true toughness and independence, the publication believes. But inaction will also strengthen the position of critics who see his irritation as merely a reaction to a personal failure, the failure of his ambitious campaign for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Russia's Rostov region has been hit by a drone attack. Local Telegram channels reported this. Ukrainian kamikaze drone struck a railway station in the city of Salsk. As a result, a large fire broke out at the station. Passenger and freight trains are said to have been damaged. Train traffic at the railway station has been suspended. There are no reports of casualties. Salsk is a logistics center for the transfer of supplies, fuel, ammunition and other cargo to the Donetsk region, as well as to the occupied Crimea and Zaporizhia regions.
Короче, все, это... Смотрите. Все, короче, это пипец. Это полный
Это уже все, это уже, по-моему.
The American-German company Auterion will transfer tens of thousands of its AI-powered drone strike kits to Ukraine. This was reported by the Financial Times. According to Auterion CEO Lorenz Meyer, the company will supply Ukraine with 33,000 such systems by the end of the year, which will be the largest delivery of such systems ever, 10 times more than before. "We sent thousands, and now we are supplying tens of thousands," he said. "They have a fantastic drone industry. We want to contribute what they don't yet have, software-based warfare," he said. It is noted that the supply will be carried out within the framework of Auterion's $50 million contract with the Pentagon. The contract is part of the U.S. government's security assistance to Ukraine. The delivery will include Skynode mini-computers with their own software, camera, and radio module, which transform ordinary drones into autonomous combat platforms, resistant to jammers and capable of pursuing targets at a distance of up to 1 kilometer. Meyer said that Auterion software will enable groups of autonomous drones to operate as a swarm and coordinate with each other. According to Meyer, Auterion systems will enable an evolutionary step in warfare, allowing autonomous drone swarms to communicate with one another. According to experts, this step will further strengthen Ukraine's advantage with unmanned aerial vehicles on the battlefield and create a new stage in modern warfare technologies. Previously, Ukraine's Ministry of Defense launched the K4 Startup Studio program to support military startups developing AI-based solutions. The deployment of drones equipped with Skynode demonstrates that the agreement to deepen cooperation in drone production between Ukraine and the US remains relevant. Auterion's director noted that his company was a pioneer in working with Kiev. This is essentially a recognition that the combat hardening that took place in Ukraine in the field of drones is relevant. It's a way to support Ukraine, but it's also technology that NATO countries want to acquire, Meyer said. At the same time, the developer assures that his company does not plan to compete with existing Ukrainian projects. The goal is to contribute what Ukraine currently doesn't have.